You know, I was going to start today with another poem because there was a great one. It's written actually, and please look it up. It's called A Poem, and it's written by Friar Richard Hendrick. However, I thought it was really more appropriate to read What We Believe by Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, which was first published in the Science of Mind magazine on October 1927. And this is our Declaration of Principles. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through and as all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in everyone, and that all people are incarnations of this one Spirit. We believe in the eternality and the immortality and the continuity of the individual soul, forever and ever expanding. We believe that heaven is within us, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. We believe in the direct revelation of truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of the individual, and that any person may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrounded by this creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. We believe in the healing power of the sick through the power of this mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny, for we understand that the life of all is God. And so it is. And so Ernest Holmes says on page 282 of the Science of Mind textbook, to desert the truth in the hour of needs is to prove that we don't know the truth. And so that's what we hang on to right now, is the truth, what we know as our truth. And so I'm going to talk to you about nurturing a strength. How do we do that in this time of, instead of 40 or 50 people sitting here, there's under 10. How do we do this? And we do it with faith, we do it with hope, and we do it with our hearts. And we do it with compassion. And we do it with love. And so I want to give to you some ways to look at this opportunity that has been given us in a brand new way. And I know you've heard these aren't new, but it's a good reminder. I keep looking over there and there's nobody over there, so I apologize. It's a force of habit. So the first one is to be positive. And for many people that have been studying this philosophy, they understand exactly what that means. And for some of you that are brand new, or right now your life is so turned upside down, you're kind of looking at me like, seriously, Gayle, be positive about what? And there are many things to be positive about. Be positive that it's a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day in your neighborhood. I would sing it, but you don't want me to. So be positive, be grateful. There are things to be grateful for. There absolutely are. Is this a perfect setting that we all said, wow, I really want to live through a pandemic? That's why I came to the planet. Probably not, and yet, yes, we did. And so how we respond to this in consciousness is the most important work we can do as a community, as people, as individuals, as spiritual beings on this planet. How we respond. We are all going to have moments of fear. We are all going to have moments of doubt. We are all going to have moments of lack of faith. All of us, I promise you. Every single one of us, including me, including Reverend Bernie, including every practitioner that serves here. That is our humanness. And it's okay to have those feelings. It is what you do with those feelings once you have them. And that is where it's not that you go, oh, I don't feel that way. Everything's fine. Everything's perfect. You know, things aren't really fine, nor are they perfect. They just are. And so to really let that emotion run through you, if you need help with that, please go to our website, click the practitioner button, and contact one of our practitioners or ministers, or contact me directly and say, you know, I need prayer. This is what's going on. I just need grounding. So do that for yourself. That's why we're here. And it's not to say that we aren't going to go through that also, and we have each other. And so we know to call each other. So what I am telling people who may think that they have never called a practitioner before, they've always been scared, whatever their reason, now is the time to swallow that little bit of pride or fear that you have around our ecclesiastical core and reach out to them. That's why we're here. We're here for the good times. We're here for these times too. And so please use that. And we're not going to shift you from fear into, oh, life is grand. But we will help you deal with the emotions you're experiencing. Because we're all going to go through this together, and we're all going to get to the other side of this. And we will find that pony, I promise. We don't see it yet, granted. Some places they are seeing a little bit of that. So, you know, when we talk about here, and I'm going to say this, and please don't throw rocks at me. Oh, you can't because you're online. You people here, keep your rocks in your pockets. So savor this break, because if we really believe how powerful our thought process is, I want you to think for a moment how many times you personally have said, I'm too busy. I don't have enough time. God, I hate this traffic. How many of you? You could raise your hand. You're in the privacy of your own home. Everybody's hand here in the sanctuary is going up. Right? Every single one of us. Now, let's take that to China, where it's more crowded. They had immense smog. What do you think they were thinking? Or go to any place else around the world and think about how crowded it is and how people didn't have enough time and they were spending all their time working. And as humans, what do? We complain. What does the universe do? It responds. So we have an opportunity now to take a break, don't we? Now, some of us don't, or some of you may not have a time yet to take a break. You may have jobs, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your state of mind, that require you to go somewhere or to do something. If you're firemen, if you're policemen, if you're nurses, if you work at a grocery store. And by the way, they're all hiring if you think, so there are jobs out there. So take a break. Take a break and think, wow, okay, what could I do with this? What is this opportunity really giving me? Maybe you've always wanted to write a book. Maybe you've always wanted to just stay present with your family, but you were always distracted by your job. This is a great opportunity just to do that, to be with the people that you get to be around and to really be with them for once without your mind constantly thinking, oh God, what do I have to do tomorrow? What's up with that? Just be present. We are given this space for a reason. Let's not waste it. So take this break if you've been given the opportunity to take it, and really use it not only for your higher good, use it for the higher good of humanity. Think of how you can actually do something, even if it's tiny. Remember, we always said if you want change in the world, you only need to change the way you're doing one little thing, and the universe will change around you. Well, we have that one little thing, and the universe is changing around us. So let's grasp that. Let's hold on to that. And so I already talked about reconnecting with your family, those people that if you are taking, if you're going into the solitary place of being safe at home for yourself by choice, if you live somewhere in a city or a state where they have said you need to stay in place, whatever that is, then reconnect not only with your family, reconnect. We have the technology. This is amazing, is it not? Another thing to be grateful for. Imagine if this was the 1918 Spanish flu. Just imagine back to 1918. The fear that must have swept not only the United States, all around the world, and there wasn't a lot of communication. And the communication they had was slow. Sometimes we get over-communicated too. I realize that. However, you have Facebook, you have Zoom, you have Skype, you have a telephone. You can pick up and talk to people that maybe you haven't talked to in eons, just to check in and say, hey, how you doing? My older son, we communicate, we text a lot, but we communicate mostly by on our birthdays, at Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day because he's a father. That's our, we have our holidays that we communicate. And then the rest of the time we text or we post on Facebook. And yesterday he just called me to make sure I was okay. That's the reconnection I'm talking about. Those things where you don't know what you've been missing until it comes back into your life. I missed hearing his voice. I missed laughing with him about what was going on in the world right now. I miss telling him it makes me crazy mad when somebody says all of those elderly people over 65. And Paul will tell you, I scream at the TV. There is no, I'm not going to say the word that I say, that I am elderly. I'm just not buying it. So stop calling me that. I said that to the surgeon, the CDC surgeon. I don't believe he heard me, but it was important for me to yell that at my TV at the time so that I could feel it in my body. I don't put myself in that class. And I'm 68 years old, and so the CDC does. And yet, I believe our age is also how we feel and how we behave and how we take care of ourselves. And so do that now. That's a great opportunity to do that now. We got to have balance, do we not? We talk about this all the time. And now, more than ever, you need to have self-care. And that could be taking a walk, please, so that we don't go on a forced lockdown. Please stay 6 feet away from people. Be smart. Let's do this so that everybody feels comfortable in this state. You don't have, I am not going to stay 6 feet away from my husband. However, other people, I stay 6 feet away from because it is the wise thing to do, not because I think I'm going to get sick. It is the wise thing to do because it levels the curve of how fast this disease can spread. And so I believe it is my human responsibility to help level that curve. And to do that, I need to stay 6 feet away from people. So I invite you to do that. As you know, self-care, wash your hands for 20 seconds. I said sing happy birthday. Vicki thought we should sing buy me a Mercedes-Benz. So whatever it takes, wash your hands for 20 seconds. And don't get crazy. I saw a woman on CBS Sunday morning this morning, and it looked like she lived by herself. She might have had a family. She was sterilizing everything in her house over and over and over again because she is in fear. And that helps her get control over her environment. And so, again, we have things that we do if we're in fear here. We're going to feel the emotion, and then we're going to reach out. You can reach out, as I said to the practitioners and ministers here. I have a Zoom call that I do Monday through Saturday at noon, and I do it again at 5 o'clock, and the links are posted on our webpage. So join me. It's not perfect. It's an opportunity to express how you feel, what's going on in your life. We pray, we meditate, we talk, we just connect. And is it perfect? No, because we can't touch each other. We can only see each other, but we get to hear each other's voices. So it's better than nothing. It is better than nothing. So do that. Move your body. Everybody right now, wherever you are, move your body. Exercise, stretch, go for a walk. Do something. Don't sit. Do not, please, sit on the couch and inundate yourself with news 24/7. By the way, that woman I shared about on CBS Sunday morning, that is what she does. She says she listens to the news 24/7. The news isn't going to change that much. I get that we all want to know what's going on. I would suggest once a day, pick your time, watch it for an hour. The rest is just a repeat of statistics and what is happening, and it will take you down a rabbit hole. And you don't want to go there. It's good to be informed. It's not healthy, especially now, to be overinformed. And so be kind to yourself. Take breaths. Don't always think you have to have the TV on. Turn on some music. Dance around your house. This is an opportunity to practice some new dance moves. So when we get back here, all together, we can show each other exactly what we've learned watching some YouTube video, or how we can sing a new song or speak a new language, or heaven knows what else. YouTube's out there. It's full of information. Do that. Use your time wisely. So that kind of gets into that. Try something new. Really try something new. Is there a new language you have always wanted to learn? Now's an opportunity. Is there a new dance step you've always wanted to learn? Now there's a new opportunity. Did you want to take singing lessons? You could do that with Keely Whitney via online. She is still giving singing lessons. Her and Joel are doing Facebook Lives on Friday night. You just go to her page and you get a little concert. I don't want to say little. And there's lots of people tuning into them, because we not only need the music for our soul, we need that connection, and we need to see Keely's smiling face. So do that. There's lots of availability to us. It just looks different. So take advantage of what looks different. Learn something new. I am learning to cook. Okay. Out of necessity, and it's okay. I mean, I've always known how to cook. It just does not bring me great joy. And I am trying now to let it bring me great joy. How was that smile? Did that work for you? Trying my best. And because there's a lot of that now, of cooking at home. So, that's the new thing I'm going to do. And hopefully, by the time we all gather around together, I can tell you that I am not only cooking all the time, I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm practicing that line for you. Most important for all of us is to keep our faith. To absolutely keep your faith. And you do that by prayer. You do that by meditation. You do that by knowing in your heart of hearts, this too shall pass. Because it will. And the world will probably look different on the other side of that. And let us know that that is not a bad thing. It is just what is going to happen. And so for each one of us to hold our faith, to know without a doubt that the universe is not against us, it is always for us. And so whatever is happening now is for our highest and best good. Even though we are kicking and screaming and hanging on to what is, what would happen if we let that go and had faith? Really had faith that God's got this. That God really has this. That I don't have to worry. I just need to take care of my human body. How relaxing would that be? And isn't that what this is a call to do? Something that we have always taught? Surrender to that divine intelligence that knows more, and is the truth of who we are. For each and every one of us, I invite you to really practice your faith at a deeper level. Meditate more, pray more, read more spiritual things. Sing if that's what you do, or if that's what you've always wanted to do. That's part of faith. Get out in nature. That's part of faith. But do what makes your heart open up so you can be that energy of delight and consciousness that balances out those people that aren't as fortunate as we are to have a faith that will buoy them through this. That's why we all need to hold faith. We're not holding it just for ourselves. We're holding it for the whole planet. Because there are people that have gone so far down the rabbit hole that our faith will help them, lift them up. Whether they believe what we believe or not, we're surrendering to God. And so we surrender all of this to that divine intelligence. And so with that, I think I will close with the poem that I was going to read, because it is worth sharing. So give me a second so I can. And I invite you to close your eyes, because this is as much a prayer as it is a poem. And again, it's called A Poem, and it's by Friar Richard Hendricks. Yes, there is fear. Yes, there is isolation. Yes, there is panic buying. Yes, there is sickness. Yes, there is even death. And they say that in Wuhan, after so many years of noise, you can hear the birds again. They say that after just a few weeks of quiet, the sky is no longer thick with fumes. And now it's blue and gray and clear. They say that in the streets of Assisi, people are singing to each other across the empty squares, keeping their windows open so that those who are alone may hear the sounds of family around them. They say that a hotel in the west of Ireland is offering free meals and delivering to the housebound. Today, a young woman is busy spreading flyers with her number through the neighborhood so that the elders may have someone to call on. All over the world, people are slowing down and reflecting. All over the world, people are looking at their neighbors in a new way. All over the world, people are waking up to a new reality, to how big we really are, to how little control we really have, to what really matters, to love. So we pray and we remember. Yes, there is fear, and it does not have to be hate. Yes, there is isolation, and there does not have to be loneliness. Yes, there is panic buying, and there does not have to be meanness. Yes, there is sickness, and there does not have to be disease of the soul. And yes, there is even death. And there will always be a rebirth of love. Wait to the choices you make as to how you live now. Today, breathe. Listen beyond the factory noises of your panic. The birds are singing again. The sky is clearing. Spring is here. And we are always encompassed by love. Open the windows of your soul. And though you may not be able to touch across the empty square, sing. And so it is.